It's come to my attention the Dallas Cowboy fans, just in general, and the NFL fans in general, are negative about the Dallas Cowboys. Case in point, and this is very curious, we lost to the Eagles. We lost to the Eagles. We beat the Giants. Again, I say we beat the Giants. And after the Eagles game, Colin Cowherd and all the other national pundits come on and say, I was wrong about the Cowboys. I was wrong. They're going to be good this year. Did you see that, that defense? Dak played well. Well, no kidding. Dak always plays well. In seasons that he doesn't get hurt, Dak plays well all the time. The last full season he was in, he came in second in the MVP. But for some reason, people say Dak sucks. Dak sucks. The most hated man in the NFL, the most unjustly hated man in sports is Dak Prescott. But we won this game, and I fell into the trap a little bit too, saying, it was ugly, but we won. And I said that in a previous video, the short that I made right after the game was over. And we won. Now, how special was this game? How special was this win? Well, for starters, I'm going to pull the biggest one out of the hat yet. There were 6 lead changes in the fourth quarter and overtime. Are you sure, Johnny B. Cowboy, 6 lead changes? Yes, I'm sure. And I did some digging. There has never, ever in the history of the NFL in any game ever played been 6 lead changes in the fourth quarter and overtime. Well, are you sure? Well, ask our friend Google. And if you don't trust Google, then, just, go play Nintendo or something, So what were the lead changes? Well, Dallas was ahead after the third quarter, 17-16. This is something else. There was 41 points scored in the fourth quarter alone. 41 points in just that quarter. There was 33 scored in the first 3 quarters before that. So Dallas kicked a field goal, made it 20-16. Giants went ahead 23-20 on a pass. Dallas went ahead on a touchdown run by Miles Sanders. They made it 27-23. So there's 2 lead changes, okay? There's 2. The Giants went ahead 30-27 on another pass. Russell Wilson doing his thing against our poorest pass defense today. Thank goodness we signed DaRon Bland. We just hope he stays healthy. So there's 3. So they're ahead 30-27. We go ahead 34-30 on the pass to George Pickens. There's 4. There's 4. That's the 4th lead change. And the Giants, with 25 seconds left, throw a bomb and go ahead of us 37-34. There's 5 lead changes. 5 lead changes. 5. We tied the game, and that's something else. That's how special this game was. A 64-yard field goal to tie the game. And he made it to spare. He always does. It's good from 70, maybe 75, 72, something. He's going to break the record. He's going to break the record. The record's 66 by Justin Tucker, and its days are numbered. He may break the record a couple of times where he's all said and done, but I bet he breaks the record this year. There's 5 lead changes. We tie the game. It's not a lead change. That's true. 37-37, but the lead does change hands on the final play of the game. With no time left, they line up with 4 seconds, run the clock down to nothing, and he kicks the 46-yard field goal to win. 6 lead changes in one NFL game. Russell Wilson, who's played in the NFL since the dinosaur days. He's been around definitely over 10 years. Dak's been around 10 years. So Russell Wilson's got to be up around 15. Has his greatest game ever, yards-wise, 450 yards. 450 yards. So, like I said, the national pundits and the local guys on the fan and the local guys on the ticket are like, Dallas sucks. they're going to win 6 or 7 games, maybe 8. That's still under 500. They're terrible. Then, maybe, just maybe Russell Wilson went off. Maybe Russell Wilson went off. It's possible. He obviously went off against us. But you're going to tell me the same defense that held the Philadelphia Eagles to 4 catches and 24 yards for their wide receivers, DeVonta Smith and A.J. Brown? Now, all of a sudden, we failed to show up at all against the Giants, Malik Neighbors and company. We ran the ball well, but our defense let us down. They did. I don't know what to make of this team. I thought they were going to be very good. I had the knee-jerk reaction, but bottom line is that with 25 seconds left in this game, and we're down, we were able to move the ball, and we have a kicker good enough on this team. And granted, if we didn't have him, then we might not have won this game. But you know what? We got him. If the Giants didn't have Russell Wilson, this game wouldn't have been that close. Another Wilson, Donovan Wilson, who got burned all day long, got burned on the final touchdown. Diggs is looking at him with his hands outstretched like, what are you doing, dude? You're supposed to have deep coverage on this play. Where were you, Donovan Wilson? Well, when Russell Wilson came under fire because he had pressure, they talk about complementary football. Well, pressure on the quarterback will make the secondary look a lot better as Russell Wilson throws one up for grabs in overtime and Donovan Wilson intercepts it and holds on. It's a good catch, too. Go back and look at that. He had to reach up high as he's coming down. A receiver's hitting him. It was not yes, it was a bad pass. It was an ill-advised pass, but it's still a good catch. And he made the catch. Dak Prescott. Oh, Dak threw an interception today. He also threw 52 passes. 52 passes and 1 interception. That's less than 2% of his passes being intercepted. That would be an all-time, if you did that, less than 2% interceptions. That gets you with people like Drew Brees and Tom Brady. So I don't want to hear about throwing 1 interception out of 52 passes. Don't want to hear it. He also ran up the middle for about 20 yards to get us in position to kick a field goal in overtime. Rayne Dakota Prescott is a great leader and a far above average quarterback. Johnny B. Cowboy, I'm out now. That was a great game, guys. That was a great game. We need to rejoice in that the NFL's here and we just got to see one of the all-time great games in the history of the league. God loves you. Be good to each other. Watch your words. Johnny B. Cowboy, I'm out. Yeah!